Join Premier Heating and Air this month as we celebrate Memorial Day and the arrival of summer by joining our club membership for only $99. Save 20% off all repairs, priority booking, and an annual cleaning and inspection. Huge savings all year long. Log on to premierishere.com or call 478-300-2633. Comfort, savings, and peace of mind. Join the Premier Club today. Restrictions may apply, cannot be combined with other offers. Expires 5/31/2026.
Welcome everybody, glad to have with me today Kenny Jones, Townsend Funeral Home. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, thanks for having me.
Good. First of all, I know a lot about you, but tell our viewers a little bit about yourself, about your family.
Well, like you said, my name's Kenny Jones. I grew up in the Dexter area. I graduated West Lawrence High School. After I graduated West Lawrence, I moved off and worked for a couple funeral homes up in Atlanta. Then finally worked my way back to South Georgia, Middle Georgia. Met my wife in Telfair County, Tammany. Tammany teaches at Southwest Lawrence. We have 2 kids and 2 grandkids, Alex and Caroline, and the grandkids live in Grovetown, and Alyssa's currently at Georgia College in Millersville.
Good. Them grandkids change your life, won't they?
They're amazing. Yeah, I wouldn't take nothing for them.
We could do a whole show, probably a few hours, just pulling out pictures and talking about grandkids.
Exactly,
So,
yes sir.
you know, Proverbs says God gives us those grandchildren during our glory days, and I think I always believe that, you know, we're actually in the final chapter of our life. We've lived most of our life,
Yes,
and
sir.
He wants us to enjoy that last chapter. So
I'm enjoying it.
absolutely. What made you want to pick this field of work?
Growing up, I had an uncle in the funeral business, and I just kind of looked up to him. And when I was 8, 9 years old, I thought, hey, look, he looks pretty cool. Driving a Cadillac, wearing a suit every day. I thought, that's going to be me. Yeah, he fooled me. Yeah. I get to wear a suit, but the Cadillac and everything's not so much. But I just looked up to him, and he was a mentor, and I spent a lot of time with him around his funeral home, and never wanted to do anything else.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, you've worked around some good people, one in particular, and I know when I stood at Mr. Hugh Moore's funeral, I just kind of reflected on my life looking back. Him and Carl was always at Townsend Funeral Home. I guess my first funeral was when our grandfather died, July 4th, 1976, as a matter of fact, on a Sunday afternoon. But and going down and being a part of the selecting the things and being a part of making decisions, I saw as a young child what goes into that.
Right.
Because we're all going to die. Unless the Lord comes back and we caught up in the rapture, one way or another. Dead in Christ will rise first, and
Yes,
then
sir.
the rest of us right there with them. But there's a lot goes into that planning, and something now that never was before is prepay. I've been interested in that. I'd like to know a little bit more about that.
Well, you can come in and you can sit down and you can tell us what you want instead of relying on your family to come in and tell us what they think you want.
Right.
We can get it straight from you. You can go ahead and you can come down and make all your arrangements and not pay anything, and we'll just keep a file and have it, and we'll have your wants and desires when the time does come. If you decide to fund it, then you just come in, pick out and choose whatever type of funeral you want, whatever type of service, whether it be burial, cremation. We come up with a price and tell you what the price is. You pay for it, and kind of locks the price in at today's prices.
Now that part's really good because everything is going up.
Rapidly.
Yeah, and you know, COVID, we saw a lot of things go up, and I've not seen any of the prices go down. I think once they go up, they don't go down. But that's probably one of the best advantages. You're right, choosing what you want to choose, and also not making your family have to do that part of it. It's already a difficult time, isn't it?
They come in at that time, and we ask them to make 125 decisions in an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's tough on a family.
Yeah.
So if you come in before time, you've already made all those decisions, and they come in, and all we more or less need is a day and a time.
So is it a growing thing? Are you seeing more people do that?
We having quite a few people come in and go ahead and take care of things, because the generation behind us is a different generation.
Right.
So more and more people our age are coming in and taking care of their arrangements and getting their wants and desires handled, took care of.
So the paying part, you can write a check and pay it, or you can set up payments. Isn't that how it works?
Either way, yeah. When you pay for it, we don't take your money. The funeral home can't take your money because it's not our money. It's not our money until the time of death.
Right.
So we take your money and we fund it through a insurance company, and we write a single premium life insurance policy.
Okay.
And that money is always yours. It's never the funeral home's until you pass away.
Right.
Yeah.
But it locks in that price.
It locks in that price.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break and come back right after this. Stay with us.
The Medical Center of Dublin is proud to provide families all over Middle Georgia with primary care services that are hard to find under one roof. Call on our team for the highest quality of health care, family medicine, women's health care, and urgent care open until 8 p.m. Walk-ins are always welcome. If you're sick today, you'll be seen today by one of our physicians. The Medical Center has been serving our community since 1964, providing quality medical care for the entire family. Medical Center, conveniently located on Hillcrest Parkway.
Johnny Langford again here. I'm the service manager here at Dublin Chevrolet, Dublin Nissan. Just want to talk to you a little bit about the maintenance on your vehicle. Remember, maintenance is always cheaper than repairs. We offer full service maintenance on all vehicles using quality, manufacturer recommended air filters, oil, wiper blades, whatever your vehicle needs for maintenance. We're here for all your concerns and to take care of your vehicle. Come see us here at Dublin Nissan, Dublin Chevrolet. Our hours of operation for our service department are 7:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock to noon on Saturdays. Come see us. Thank you.
My name is Dwayne Jeffers. I've lived in Dublin, Georgia most of my life. This is my brother Ralph. I kind of help him along as he goes through his issues.
I just got through working on my shoulder, where I did shoulder replacement, and then I fell and broke it. So Janice has worked with me on that, and now she's working on where I fell again and dislocated the little finger, so we're trying to get it back straight. But they've been real nice and couldn't ask me any better service and taking time with us to try to achieve the goal that we both wanted.
The biggest thing with any kind of surgery you have is what therapy you have. It's to follow through with the therapy, and Janice and all of the ones here are great. They all have their own little individual things that they do, and everything is really done in a professional manner. We're at Bass today, and I would just like to say what kind of good service that I have had from them. I've had 2 rotator cuff surgeries. I've had other issues, and they have been top notch. And when I go to my doctor, he don't have to ask me where I'm going, because I don't go anywhere but to Bass.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm continuing my conversation with Kenny Jones at Townsend Funeral Home, and I was talking before the break, mentioned Mr. Hugh Moore, but who are some of your mentors along the way that you always looked up to and taught you a lot about what you're doing today?
Well, like I said earlier, my uncle. I thought the word funeral home or funeral service and him, they just went hand in hand. I just loved to watch him work growing up. As a young kid, I was just to sit back and watch a funeral take place. It was just fun to me. And then once I went to Atlanta, I got paired with an older gentleman who had 60 years of funeral service. His name was Jim Griffin. And Jim was the epitome of funeral service to me. Southern gentleman, wore bow ties, and the way he carried himself. And then, you know, you got people that I work with now like Mike Vestal and Jim Townsend, and they've been around for a long time, and they're good people
Yeah.
to have by your side, to look up to, and to help you, take you by the hand and just guide you along.
Right.
Yeah, and Hugh Moore, true definition, Southern gentleman funeral director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else can you say? I mean, just a wonderful man. You know, to me, from the outside looking in, it's got to be a true call, and it's not just something you say, well, I'm just going to go work for the funeral home. Don't you think you need to be called to that? Because it's got to be a loving person that truly cares about people. You agree or disagree?
I agree. If you just decide that I'm going to go into the funeral business, you're not going to be there long. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got a lot of friends that's been doing it for a long time, and it is a calling. Mm-hmm. You got to have a heart for people, compassion, empathy, and you know, like I said, just if you're going to decide on a whim, this is what I want, you won't be doing it for long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned some, Mike, and some of the other ones at Jim at the funeral home, but you know, you're only as good as your people, and it seems like the team at Townsend just really gels together. You know, I've seen y'all in action. I see you at funerals. So it takes a great team, don't it? Talk about some of the other team members at Townsend.
It does. We have a great team at Townsend Brothers. We have Jeff. He has numerous years of experience. Mm-hmm. Probably 20 or plus years in the funeral business now. And Crystal's kind of the main gear that keeps everybody in line down there and makes sure we do what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. And there's Mike and Jim, and we have Alec. Alec is currently a registered apprentice with the state, working on getting his funeral director's license. We have Jimmy. Jimmy come to us, has been with us 2 years now. He's been a great addition. We have Jody. Jody comes in, and she left. She retired a few years ago from the VA, and she come in there, and she's kind of picked up, and she works hard. And then we have Brooke coming in. Brooke just recently graduated mortuary school. Brooke's my niece, and she's already a registered apprentice, got some apprentice hours under her belt, so she'll be a licensed funeral director right here in a short time.
Yeah. What's the best part of your job?
People, dealing with people. It's a hard job. Mentally and physically. There's a lot of standing, a lot of demands. The mental aspect kind of takes a toll on you, and you got to have an outlet to get away from it and block it all off. But when people come to us, it's their worst time. They just lost a mother, father, child, someone important to them. And we just want to take that load off of them, let us handle the load, and let you grieve. And if we can do that, they place a lot of trust in us, and we consider that an honor.
Yeah.
So we just want to take the heavy load off and let them grieve and let us do all the work.
I was going to ask you the toughest part of the job. You pretty well answered that all in one, so I can understand that. You can't go home and just turn it off, can you?
No, sir. No, sir. You never can. It stays with you. You can remember services, the hard funerals, the good funerals, if there's such a thing as a good funeral. There's great funerals.
Yeah.
When people come in and celebrate the life of someone, it's interesting to watch. I'm not going to say fun to watch, but it's a great experience. Yeah.
But I get that. I've been to funerals, and it was tough. And I've been to funerals that were truly a celebration of that life, and you knew, and they had suffered, they'd been through a tough time, and you know, death is not the worst thing, and death is not your enemy. It has no sting to those who believe. But to go to a celebration of life is truly something.
It is. It is. Yeah. You know, there's a better place waiting.
Yeah.
There's a better place waiting, and probably from the circumstances or situation they come out of, they're celebrating new bodies.
Yeah. And you know, it gives you a chance to minister to these families. That's got to be a good part of it, isn't it?
It is. To sit there and maybe hold their hand as they walk that and go through that journey and go through that process, and Makes your heart feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not doing it for any personal accolades or anything, but just doing it for someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody recently that, and I want to try to help our viewers right here, not that we hadn't already, but I was talking to a family, the husband had passed, he handled all the finances.
Right.
And they were struggling to get the information on the life insurance. They didn't know the password to the computer. Give us some tips, and I know you run into things like this. Help our viewers hear what we can do to make it easier on our families.
The best thing you can do in this day and age, everything is password protected. Make sure you have someone that you trust that you can share your passwords with. Have someone else on some accounts with you. Someone needs to access your accounts, whether it's bank accounts, social media accounts, whatever accounts. Write down your passwords and put them somewhere that someone can get a hold of them when it's needed, because without those, it's just a lost cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to find someone that you can share all your information with.
Yeah, and I know you hear this a lot. You have to hear that a lot. People, because that, number one, that life insurance is important. It's going to help you pay for that funeral.
Right.
And you need access to that bank account, and it goes on and on and on. A lot of mine's facial ID. I guess my wife have to hold it up to my body or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're right. You need to write these down. If nothing else, put it in a safe deposit box. Give it to your attorney. Whatever.
Right. Every now and then, visit your life insurance policy. Update your beneficiary. Okay. We have so many life insurance policies come in that's dated, and grandma might be the beneficiary, and she passed away 12 years ago, and it was never updated. So then there's a process, a lengthy process, 2 or 3 weeks that we're going to have to go through to get that changed.
And an alternative or a second beneficiary, because if I've had friends, the husband and wife died in the same car accident or whatever. So you need that alternative person, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. Put a contingent beneficiary on there, so if something happens to the primary, business can still go on as normal.
Yeah, and you mentioned a while ago, it's already a difficult time. Now you're having to search for all these things, and you don't need the extra problems, because you're having a tough time dealing with what you have to deal with in that death.
Yeah, we've got material down at the funeral home that you can come in, and there's a page in that booklet that you can write down all that information that you need, accounts, who to call, attorneys. So it helps out.
Well, you make it easy.
We try to.
Yeah.
We try to.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take another break, and we'll come back and wrap things up.
Townsend Brothers Funeral Home has been serving our community since 1937. Our family will treat your family with grace, dignity, and heartfelt sincerity with an extraordinary level of professionalism. You are our friends, and it is a privilege to take care of you and your loved one in a time of need. Townsend Brothers Funeral Home, family owned and family focused.
MedFirst, committed to service and quality care. Visit Middle Georgia's largest medical product showroom and let our professionals demonstrate the latest products, including our lift chairs. From entry level to advanced features, no more pulling and tugging to get in and out of the chair with a lift recliner. And getting around is easier with a walking aid, knee scooter, or mobile scooter. MedFirst exemplifies customer service and demonstrates virtually every product we offer, and offers excellent options of transport chairs and wheelchairs to ensure proper fit and proper usage. Choose MedFirst at 1204 Hillcrest Parkway in Dublin. Call us at 478-274-1900.
Hi, this is Meg Greer-Evans with Middle Georgia Estate Planning in Dublin, Georgia. If you need assistance with a power of attorney, healthcare directive, will or trust, or if you're thinking about long-term care planning for a nursing home one day, give us a call. We'd be glad to talk with you and see if we can help. Our phone number is 478-272-2885, or visit us online at middlegaestateplanning.com.
The real advantage is in the results. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine, providing physical and occupational therapy. Visit one of our locations in Dublin, Sandersville, or Metter. Understanding the cause is the first step in recovery and returning you to a strong and pain-free life. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine, personalized techniques designed around your recovery. Serving our community since 2002. Rehab Advantage in Sports Medicine.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to wrap things up. Well, we've talked about several things, but before we go, what should people do? We talked about the prepay. I want to just revisit that one more time.
Okay.
Talk about they can just come into the funeral home and go over that one more time before we close.
You can just come into the funeral home, and like I said, you can sit down and tell us what your wants are and your desires. Because when the time comes that we pass away, it puts a lot of stress on families, on the people that we leave behind. There's so many times that families come in and they don't know what mom or dad wanted. So if mom and dad comes in and already has everything written down, a plan of what they want and how they want it, it makes things easier. Mm-hmm. Families don't have to guess. And at that time, if you choose to pay for it, you can go ahead and pay for it, and it locks in the cost at today's prices, and we kind of keep that as it is. We don't come back and ask for anything that we can control. There's some third-party expenses that may come up that we can't control,
right,
that you may have to take care of at the time. But for the most part, it locks things in, and it's all protected. It's all trusted, and your money is your money. It's
right,
never our money.
Right.
So you always can just, have that assurance that everything's took care of when I pass away. And we keep it on file, and it's going to be there.
Yeah, that's so important. Yeah. I've been to a lot of funerals. Seems like the older I get, the more I go to now, more frequent anyway.
Yeah.
But I love a military funeral. And I went to one. I graduated with a dear friend of mine to this day, Janice Nazarian. Her dad was a World War II vet, and 21 gun salute. Oh my goodness, all the honors. If that don't do something to you, there's something wrong with you. You just don't even have a heart. Yeah. I was glad, and the family wanted me to film that for them, but I was glad I was behind the camera, not in front of the camera, because it was very emotional watching that.
It is.
And I know you've seen that, but and what I'm getting to is, do y'all handle all that if they were in the military? How does that work?
Most importantly, and we see it more often than not, families have a hard time locating DD-214s, the discharge papers.
Okay.
So try to keep up with those. Those are important. A lot of people don't know that when military personnel come home, a lot of times they file them at the courthouse. So there's a lot of DD-214s on file at the courthouse. But just bring your DD-214 to us when the time comes, and we'll contact whatever branch of service that they served in. We'll reach out to them and give them a couple of days' notice and fill out a form and get it to them, and they call us back and confirm it. And it's a simple process as long as we have that DD-214. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we talked about it, because that can be a problem, but it's something they deserve. They deserve that honor.
Absolutely.
No matter where they served in the military, where they were support, worked in the canteen, don't matter where they worked.
Or how long they were there.
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
They served our country.
That's right.
And especially our older men and women. That's why we have the very freedoms we have to sit here and talk on this TV set right now without fear of any harm or anything for what we're doing anyway. But when you're a part of those military funerals, on a personal level, how does it feel?
Sitting back and knowing what those guys go through on a daily basis, they're away from their families, and they have a job to do. And when they show up early. They have a game plan when they get there, and we kind of go over it with them, what our game plan is, and we work together. But just stand back and watch them work and to honor that military personnel that passed away. They never know who they're honoring at the time.
No.
But it don't matter to them.
Nope.
It's another brother. It's a brother to them or sister to them, but they all deserve it.
Yes.
Yeah, they all deserve it.
And I love the faces of the family when I'm watching that. I always watch the wife or the son or the daughter, the grandkids, because a lot of these people, especially those that are in war, a lot of them don't talk about those things.
No.
Because of what they witnessed. So the family never really knew a lot about it.
Right.
Some in the later years will talk about it some, but a lot of times the family just didn't know. But to see their papa or their grandfather, grandmother honored in that way is just. And I know Miss June had me come and film Mr. Hughes' funeral, and she did it for the grandkids.
Right.
Because she wanted them one day to look back and see what their grandfather was known for. And I thought it was such a touching thing that Miss June wanted to do at that time.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But it's for those future generations.
And they need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to know.
Yeah, yeah, and this younger generation, I don't think realize we knew about Vietnam and we knew some of these conflicts, but you know they've never witnessed that.
No.
Because you know that old saying, it's not just saying war is hell, because it truly is.
Yeah.
It really is. I have some dear friends that served in Vietnam, and they still suffer with some of those problems to this day. So
I had uncles that served in Vietnam, and my stepfather served in Korea, but he is one of those things they didn't talk about.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just know I was there, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, we can't even imagine. I don't even want to imagine what they had to
No, me either.
live through. So, but if you're watching, you are a veteran. We do thank you for your service. If I don't care when it is, I meet somebody. If I see somebody with a hat on, U.S. Army or Air Force or whatever, I always take that moment to thank them for the service, because you and I know what a privilege it is that they did what they did. I never served in the military, but I appreciate it so much what they did for us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
Can't thank them enough.
no, absolutely not. But we do thank you for your service, and I thank you for coming in today. Always good to talk with you.
I appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And we thank you for joining us today.
Hello, my name is Paris Williams with Take It to Paris Home Care, your structured family caregiving provider. If you have a disabled loved one that's on Medicaid, did you know that you can get paid? Give us a call at 478-772-3044. We have some amazing team members that will be happy to help you and walk you through this process of getting paid to take care of your loved one. Again, my name is Paris Williams with Take It to Paris Home Care.